Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Santosha Level 1 Flow. I'm Shona Craig. I'm a physical therapist and a yoga teacher. I've been with the Santosha School for about a year or two now. And today I'm really excited because we're going to talk about the shoulder. And I'm switched up the flow a little bit to incorporate a few more poses to help strengthen and also loosen up your shoulders. So I just want to mention in the description there's a link to donate. It's free if you want, or you can donate any amount you want to the Santosha School. So we will begin with some pictures of the shoulder joint. So there are 3 bones incorporated in the shoulder complex here. So you have your humerus, which is your upper arm bone, your clavicle here, or your collarbone, and your scapula in the back, or your shoulder blade. And that comprises of 3 joints. Your glenohumeral joint. Lindsay's saying hi, Pago. Got my yoga dog right here. So the glenohumeral joint is a ball and socket joint. So you can see this is the ball of the humerus, and it fits in nicely on this place on your scapula. So that's why you can roll your shoulder around in every direction. And then, so 3 joints, sort of 4. The 3 main joints are the glenohumeral, the acromioclavicular, right here, and the sternoclavicular, where the clavicle meets the sternum. And then the 4th joint is not really a true joint, but it's your scapulothoracic joint. So it's where your scapula moves along your rib cage. Let's see, there's many injuries you can get in your shoulder. You might have heard of rotator cuff tear. That's kind of a tear of one of the muscles in the rotator cuff. There's a frozen shoulder where the capsule gets really tight, frozen, so you can't move your shoulder very far. There's instability, so like I have really unstable shoulders, and that can lead to dislocation, and there's plenty more. But yoga can help you maintain the health of your shoulders. So let's get started. Before we get started, it would be great to have a yoga strap if you have one. If you don't have a strap, then anything taut will work, like a belt or a rope. And also have anything that you want to sit on, like a bolster or a few blankets if you would like some height under your hips in the sitting position. So let's see. Bolster and my strap. So come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. And let's get in cross-legged if that's comfortable for you, or you could be sitting in a chair or on your knees. So let's start with your legs out in front and grab under one knee and grab under the other and come into your cross-legged position. Take a breath here. Beginning of every yoga class, it's nice to take a moment to come to your seat. And we'll start with double breath with tension. So we'll inhale twice through the nose and tense everything up. And exhale twice through the mouth, let it go. Good, a few more times. Close your eyes, tense your whole body up, and let it go. 2 more times. One more. Hold it at the full place. And let it out. Good. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. So just rolling the shoulders backwards. Notice how are your shoulder and neck feeling today? Sort of feel it out. Good. And then rest your shoulders, and then tip your head side to side, gently noticing how your neck feels. And center. Next, bring your arms out in front of you and slowly bring your arms up overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Hold it overhead. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. I'm going to hold this for a few moments. Think about your outer shoulder blades lifting up as your upper traps are moving away from your ear. It's an active pose here. Palms facing toward each other, or you can even rotate them back to face the back wall. And release. Next, we're going to clasp our hands. So put your right thumb on top in the clasped hands. Okay, and we're going to bring your palms out and reach your palms up to the ceiling. Again, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And careful not to flare your ribs here. Draw your ribs back. Next, exhale, bring your arms down, and then switch the interlace of your fingers, all your fingers, so that your left thumb will be on top. And again, reach out and lift up. Drop your shoulders, ribs back, palms reaching up. And rest your arms back down. Just give them a little shake here. Done. All right, so we're going to come to hands and knees. So remove anything off of your mat. And we're going to start with cat-cow. Move to the side. So arch your back as you look up and round as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, focus on your shoulders here. So they shouldn't be up around your ears. Drop them away from your ears. And feel your shoulder blades pulling apart on the exhale and round, and then squeeze together on the inhale. No tension in the neck, let your neck go. Okay, we're going to get the whole body involved here in moving cat-cow. So on your exhale, bring your hips back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, round. Push back. Inhale, forward. Okay, once you've got the movement down, think of your shoulders. Pull forward. And then exhale, like stretch your shoulders, stretch your armpits. Long arms. Okay, now come all the way down onto your stomach for cobra, moving cobra. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Pinch your elbows in towards your side. And then on an inhale, lift up and down. So we're going to do this about 10 times. Move with your breath. And place minimal weight in the hands. Think about it coming from your upper back. So your shoulders are drawing down and back. Feel your muscles really working around your shoulder blades and your upper back. It's a really good exercise for your shoulders and your neck. Really try to keep your neck relaxed, and your upper traps relaxed. Okay, next exhale, just bring it all the way down, rest for a moment. Next we'll do moving grasshopper. So clasp your hands behind your back and pull your arms back behind you towards your feet. And that helps lift your shoulders off the floor. And then inhale, lift everything. Legs, arms, chest, head. Exhale down. Moving grasshopper. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pull your hands away from you to open your chest. Okay, and rest, head to the other side. And then push back into a wide-kneed child's pose. Knees wide, bring your hips down, okay? And then reach your arms forward. Rest your head. Come on up to all fours again. We're really going to stretch your shoulders here in spiral twisting. So let's raise your right arm up so you're twisting to the right, and then exhale, bring your arm underneath your left and lower your head to the floor. Do just micro movements here with your breath. So inhale, let it go a little bit. Exhale, twist a little bit more towards your left. And shoulders should be drawn away from your ears. And let's switch. All fours. Raise your left arm up, open your chest, and then exhale through. And micro movements with your breath. You can think of the exhales helping you wring out that twist a little bit more. Inhale, prepare the twist. Exhale, wring it out. Pressing through your right hand. And back to all fours. Now move into a plank here. So place your hands right underneath your shoulders and reach both of your legs back. Press into your plank. Shoulders drawing down away from your ears and push the floor away from you. Feel zipping up through your arms to your core and through your legs to your core. 3 breaths here. Good, strong work. Good, and rest your knees down. Let's shake your arms out. It's a lot of work for your arms. Good job. Okay, we're going to do some lunge work here. So step your right foot between your hands. You can keep your back knee either down, or you can lift it up, and it's going to warm up the hips here. So rock forward and back. Forward and nice opening of your hip flexor on the left side. Okay, now I'm going to move to the side so you can see this. Drop your left knee right below your right hip and clasp your hands behind your back. Rest your right shoulder on your right knee and lift your arms up to the ceiling. Let your head rest, relax. I like to ground my left toes down to the floor for more stability. Feel a nice stretch of the shoulders. Okay, and we're going to switch sides. You're going to step your left foot forward, and we're going to rock it forward and back. Just opening up your hips. Feeling some strength into your legs. And then drop your right knee down. And clasp your hands, rest the left side of your chest on your thigh. And come on over and stretch your shoulders. Definitely let your head and neck relax here. You might even feel a nice gentle neck stretch. Okay, and release that. Whew. So we're going to work into a little side plank here. But first, let's focus on the shoulder alignment in side plank. So sit on your right hip on the side here and place your hand down on the floor. Okay, first step is key to shoulders is what are your hands doing? Because whatever pressure you place in your hands in weight bearing is going to come up the arm into the shoulder joint. So spread all of your fingers. You can even take your other hand, spread your pinky out wide, thumb out wide, and think of, you can put a little weight in your hand, press all the knuckles down, all the joints down, evenly. Okay, so now you've got the weight in your hand. Let's rotate the shoulder. So sort of rotate it in and out, in and out. Feel that ball moving in the socket. And notice how your forearm rolls too. Your forearm rolls in and out, in and out. Okay. Now, this is a little advanced, but see if you can even visualize this. So roll the forearm in towards your thumb, and then keep the forearm like that as you roll the upper arm out. So yoga is all about oppositional motions and spiraling. So when you put weight in your arm, your forearm rolls inward, your upper arm rolls out. So think about that. If it doesn't really make sense to you, then just think about your arm rolling out. That's the most important thing, is that your shoulder is not locked in this way, because that can lead to impingement. So roll it out. Okay? Now that we've got the arm in position, let's, you can keep your bottom knee down if you want to, and raise into your side plank. So again, level 1, you can keep your bottom knee down, and then level 2, both legs out. And feel that shoulder rolling out. So your shoulder blade is moving down your back. Strengthen your right shoulder. Maybe lift your left arm up to the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Good job. Okay, let's try this on the left side. So sit on your left hip. Ground your hand down. Okay, and then play with your shoulder here. Roll in and out. Just know that the in position, you want that range of motion, but you can easily get impingement here. So rolling out is a safe position in any pose. Okay, now that so ground your hand, roll your shoulder out, maybe roll your forearm in, if that makes sense to you. But keep that shoulder open, and then choose what level plank you want. Knee down, or go ahead and straighten both legs. Arm up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. sit down. All done. Okay, so let's move into, well, let's shake your shoulders out here. That was a lot for our shoulders. Let's move into our downward facing dog. So same principles here with your shoulders. Place your hands on the ground. Roll your shoulders out. And then lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Fingers spread. Press evenly into the floor. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Neck relaxed. And also, if you tend to hyperextend your elbows, give a slight bend in your elbows. That's what I need. Okay, walk forward into a standing forward fold. Let's have your feet a little bit wide, so wide width of the mat. Clasp your elbows and just hang here. So maybe sway side to side. Feel the release in your neck. And here it's okay, just let your shoulders hang towards your ears here. You're in a loose position. Okay, walk your feet back underneath you and roll up to standing. Take a breath here. Okay. Stand at the top of your mat. Okay. I'm going to start with Crescent Moon series. So, let's raise your arms overhead. Clasp them at the top of your mat, towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bend to the right. I'm going to breathe here. Think about opening up the left side of your body. Your left ribs. Okay, and switch. Inhale tall through the center. Exhale up and over. Breathe into your right ribs. Up to center, and then bring your hands on your low back. Fingers point down onto the upper buttocks. And then inhale, lift your chest. So mini back bend here. Draw your tailbone down. Good. And then exhale all the way forward into your forward fold. Release that back bend. Here even you can clasp behind your calves and shift your weight forward a little bit so that your hips are right over your ankles. Grab behind your calves and give an extra little pull. Okay, and then roll up. Okay, now is where we get to play with our straps or a belt. And if you don't have a strap, that's fine. You can just do it without the strap. So I'm going to hold the strap with my palms facing down, about shoulder width apart, maybe, and then a little bit wider. Okay. Draw your shoulders down and back. Give some tension to the strap, just not too crazy, just a little bit. And then inhale your arms up overhead. And if that hurts your shoulders at all, a wider grip is good. Find a grip that feels good. And just pull the strap slightly apart. Draw your shoulders down and back. And then don't flare your ribs. Bring your bottom ribs back so you're up nice and tall. the strength of your shoulders here, pulling the strap apart. And breathe. One more breath. And release the strap down. Good. Okay, now place the strap over your right shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna do, what's it called, Gomukhasana arms. No, that's eagle arms. I forget what this one's called. So we're gonna bring your right arm up, okay, and then grab the strap on your shoulder like this. And then the left arm comes behind your back and grabs the strap here. You might even be able to clasp your hands here, but even if you can clasp your hands, just try it with the strap and see if it feels different. Now, I've got the strap between my both hands, and my main focus is drawing my shoulder blade down my back and onto my back. Okay. Just feel the opening of your right armpit. And you shouldn't feel any pinching in your left shoulder. If you do, just lower your hand a little bit down the strap. And then if you're sticking your neck out, keep your neck up in alignment. Good. Okay, switch. So let your arms out, release, and then bring your strap to the left side. Okay, so left arm up and over, right arm around your back, grab the strap. Good. Get some tension in the strap and just feel the nice opening and stretching of your shoulders here. Breathe. And release. Just gently let your shoulders out of that pose. Good. Okay, this next pose, what you'll want to do is if you have a yoga strap, then put it into a loop about shoulder width distance, shoulder width. So the way I check that is make a loop and then put it around your wrist and see, like, oh yeah, that's about shoulder distance, like that. I'll give people a second to get that loop going. Okay, and then what's important here is that the buckle doesn't dig into your skin. So take that strap and place it around your wrists behind your back, like this. Okay, and then roll your shoulders so that your palms face forward, and then draw your shoulders down and back and try to break the strap. So pull your arms apart. Good. So I feel like my chest working, my upper back working. Your neck should be free. Neck shouldn't have any tension. All about the shoulder blades. Just let that go. Drop your strap, shake it out. Whew, so there's a lot you can do with props that just enhance your poses. Okay, let's move on here. Let's do standing pose. Let's do warrior 2. So we're just gonna jump or step your feet apart. Roll your right foot out. Arms up to the side. And then go ahead into your warrior 2 position. Here you're dropping your right hip towards the floor, legs strong. We're practicing the strength through the arms. So shoulder blades draw together and down your back as your arms reach strongly out to the side. Good. Your arms might be getting tired by this point. We've been doing a lot with them. Okay, and then you can release your arms as we switch. Arms out, and exhale into your warrior 2. Feel your warrior spirit in this pose. Legs are strong, and arms are strong. And look over your left arm. One more breath. Good. And then come to center. Good. And then rotate your both feet forward. I'm going to do a standing forward fold here. So make your width a comfortable width. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale, lead with your chest as you come down and place your hands underneath you. Okay. So I start with a flat back and then go ahead and round your back. Let your head release, shoulders release. Knee, so, engage your quads to straighten your knees. I like to place my hands down on the floor in line with my feet, and then draw the shoulders just gently down and back away from your ears. Just giving space for your neck. Walk your feet a little bit closer. I'm going to do a little twist here. So grab your right ankle with your left hand and reach your right arm forward. Look under your right shoulder. Twist. Breathe. And switch. Left arm forward and then right hand to left ankle and twist. And come back to center. Walk your feet in a little bit more. And then roll up. Nice work. Let's just roll the neck here one direction and then the other. Okay. Let's do 2 more poses in standing. We're going to do balancing or airplane pose or balancing stick. So bring your left foot forward, right foot back. Start just feeling the balance in your left leg. Okay. And then if you feel like you got solid balance, bring your arms back behind you. Pretend you've got that tension on the strap between your wrist and then come forward. Hold. And then maybe for the last few breaths, bring your arms forward in line with your ears. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a breath. Okay, bring your left foot back and just test your balance here. Solid through your right leg. Your hips square to the front. Square to the floor. Okay, and then when you're ready, draw those shoulders down and back. Reach your arms back. Lift your leg. Come into that nice T position. And then reach your arms forward. 3, 2, 1. And come on up. And take a breath. We're going to do a little moving chair pose here. So inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open your whole front body. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale and come all the way down. Let's come all the way down onto your back. Rest on your back. Now draw your right knee into your chest. straighten your right knee to get a nice hamstring stretch. And then with your leg either bent or straight, draw your leg out to the right side. And let your left arm come out to the side. Okay, and then we're going to come up and over. So you can shift your hips to the right a little, and bring your leg either bent or straight over across your body. Arms should be in a T position, and focus on bringing your right shoulder blade down towards the floor. Then a nice twist through your whole spine. And then we'll switch sides. So bring your left knee into your chest. And then straighten your left knee to stretch behind your left leg. And then let your left leg come out to the left side. Open up your right arm to the side. Again, leg can be straight or bent. Good. And then we're going to come up and over. Shift your hips to the left. Come all the way across your body. And draw your left shoulder blade down to the floor. Even if it doesn't get to the floor, that's the direction you can think about moving it. And then bring your leg up and over. And then just hug both knees into your chest. Okay, and then start to rock and roll on your back. So like roll forward and back, holding behind your thighs. Roll out your spine, and then come all the way up onto your stomach. Okay, we're going to do a little cobra here. So place your hands underneath your shoulders. When you're ready, draw your shoulders down and back before you lift up. And then your next inhale, lift your chest up. So shoulders down and back, elbows into your side. Feel the work of your upper back. Open your chest. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and let your head to one side. Okay, and then we'll do flying grasshopper. Clasp your hands behind your back and lift everything up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, and 1. And turn your head to the other side. Okay, we're going to push back into a child's pose. So bring your knees together this time. And we're going to bring your head down to the floor. Clasp your hands. This is optional with the hands. You can just do normal child's pose, or you can clasp your hands behind you and then reach your hands towards the ceiling and get a nice stretch in your shoulders, like this. And if that gets tiring, you can always let your arms rest down by your side. And then come back up, sit on your knees. Okay, we're going to do a little shoulder self-massage here. So you can stay sitting on your knees or sit cross-legged. I'm going to come closer to the camera so I can show you guys some self-care here. Okay, let's work with the right shoulder first. So this is called your upper trap muscle up here, and this is the muscle that often gets really tight, especially if our other muscles around our shoulder are weak. Then these muscles take the brunt of the movement. So take your hand, like a pincer grip, and place your palm on one side of it and then your fingers on the back. So it's above your collarbone here. Okay? So grab that upper trap muscle and tilt your head to the right. So we're putting, and lift your shoulder up. So put slack on the muscle here. Okay? And then gently start to stretch the muscle. So tilt your head away, keeping that grip. Do that a few times. So slacken and stretch away. And you can try it with your thumb. Like you can place your thumb into the muscle, fingers on the back. So that gives you a little pinpointed massage. And you can try different spots. Maybe hold a stretch in a sore spot. Okay, and release that. Next we're going to work our pec muscle. So come to your sternum right here, like you've got your breastbone and then your sternum right here. So your pec, you have pec minor and pec major. So take your fingers and drag your fingers from your breastbone towards your shoulder. So just giving that a nice self-massage. Here, good. Okay, and then we're going to work with this tendon here, which is your pec major tendon. And pinch it. Just give some nice circles here. Okay, and actually what can feel good is pinch it and roll your shoulder back. Good, okay. And then just take your whole hand and sort of massage all around. So I like to massage the deltoid muscle, the outside. We get into some biceps, triceps. Good, okay, and let that arm loose. Okay, probably spend like 10 minutes on each side, but we're doing a quick version here. All right, other side. Pinch your left upper trap above your collarbone. Slacken the muscle, lift your shoulder, tilt your head to the left, and then stretch head to the right. Do that a few times until you feel like you've got a nice stretch. Then you can hold it. Good, then take your thumb onto the muscle here and pull away. Oh, that gets like a nice You can get into some knots there. Stretch it. Good. Okay, and then pec glide. So take your fingers, you can think like in between the ribs here, and glide from breastbone up to shoulder joint. Sometimes you can just like draw the shoulder back. Okay, and then grab the pec tendon. It's like in your armpit here. Okay, and then grab it, pull, and roll your shoulder back. Okay, feels good. And then just massage your deltoid. It's nice, big, open hand massage. Deltoid, which is like right here. And then massage your biceps, triceps. Get in there. Okay, I'm going to take a few breaths. We're going to inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, let them go. 2 more. Just notice if it feels any different. Okay, I'm going to take us back to the mat now for a few more poses. Doing a lot of work with the shoulders. Let's just open up our hips a little bit more. So let's do rock the baby. So bring your left leg forward and grab your right leg underneath your shin, and your heel. And we're going to reach the leg across and back. Let's just bring some nice motion into your hip joint. The hip joint is similar to the shoulder joint in that it's also a ball and socket joint. Also a very complex joint. And then slowly bring your leg a little bit closer into your chest, like you're rocking a baby, rocking your shin. Nice stretch to that hip. Good, and then place your foot down onto the ground. And we'll do head to knee pose. So reach forward, stretch your left leg. And then walk back up. Other side. So just going to bring the leg across your body first. Just lubricating that ball and socket of your hip joint. Also called your femoral acetabular joint. Okay, and then start to bring your leg a little bit closer in. Whatever feels comfortable. You don't want any pinching pain, just nice stretch. Rock the baby and then bring it in close. Feel a nice stretch in your hip. Good. And then head of the knee pose. Put down and stretch your right leg. And then walk your hands back up. Okay. And do a little bridge pose here. So lay down on your back, feet on the floor, and begin by walking your shoulder blades together. So you're going to walk them underneath your body. You can bend your elbows if you want. Fingers to the ceiling. And then exhale, press your hips up. And hold. Either keep your hands like this, pressing your elbows into the floor, or clasp your hands underneath you And walk those shoulder blades a little bit closer together. So the focus today is opening up your chest in this pose. So yes, your hips are lifted, but now lift your chest towards your chin. Not your chin towards your chest. Keep your head in neutral as your chest lifts towards your chin. Your shoulders need to be down away from your ears. 2 more breaths. And release down. Rest with your knees together. Okay, we're gonna come up to seated again. And we're gonna do a spinal twist here. So let's do right leg first. So bring your right leg over your left. And we're gonna twist. Twist to your right. And we'll switch. Maybe even bringing your right arm all the way over. You're turning your armpit to your thigh. And breathe here. So each exhale twists a little deeper. Inhale tall through your spine. Exhale twist. Good, back to center. Let's do one more shoulder stretch while we're here. Bring your arms out to the side and bring your right arm under your left. Eagle arms. Side here. So you can either try to grab your wrist or back your hands together or come all the way around. Bring your palms together. Okay, now draw your sternum away from your elbows. Your elbows away from your breastbone. Shoulders down. And then switch. Left arm under right. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. And really feel that nice stretch between your shoulder blades. And release your arms, shake them out. Just notice for a moment how your shoulders and chest and neck are feeling. And then I'll guide you down into your shavasana. So, place your arms behind you, tuck your tailbone under to create a nice long lumbar spine. Walk down to lay on your back. I like to grab the edges of my mat here and push away from me. So you push away, down towards your feet and walk your shoulder blades together and then release. You want to feel like your spine, your low back are long and your shoulder blades are flat on the floor and that your neck is nice and long here. Let your legs release, let your arms release. We'll be here for a few minutes in your shavasana. mind starts to wander, just bring your thoughts back to your breath. Feel your ribs expand into the floor on your inhale. Let your eyes relax back towards the floor. Let your jaw relax. Start to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your body. And then gently bend your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Bring one arm over your head and roll to that side. Let your head rest on your arm. Rest here for a moment. Let the earth support you. And then this is important here, keep your head and neck totally relaxed. You don't want to undo what we just did. And let your head be the last thing to come up. So use your arms to push yourself back up to a seated position. Take a breath here. Let's finish with chanting Om together, the universal sound. Inhale. Om. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hey, thank you for joining my Santosha Level 1 flow with emphasis on shoulders. If you'd like to donate to the Santosha School and all of its teachers, the link is in the description here. Or it can be free, whatever is good for you. And there are about 4 classes a day of Santosha, and I teach every Tuesday at 4:30. So next week will be a different focus on the body. And I'll stay for a couple minutes in case we have questions. Get this up here. So if you have any questions, just type them in the comments. Or also, you can type them in the comments later if you think of anything, or if you have any suggestions, you can let me know too. You can always private message me too if you'd rather not ask your question publicly. So again, I'm a PT, so I love this stuff. So feel free to shoot me any questions. Now's a good time to get your water. Make sure you drink lots of water. Any warm or room temperature water is better. This cold water tends to disrupt our the energy in your digestive system. Can lead to some indigestion. Alrighty, well, I'll see you guys all next week. We'll focus on a different part of the body. Thanks for joining. All right, have a great rest of your afternoon.